Welcome to the podcast that passes poor performance on pop culture. I'm one of your hosts, Darin Duncan, alongside with my best friend, Audie Marsh. We're just a couple of cool cats casually causing some chaos with conversation. We're here to entertain you, not hurt your feelings, so don't blame us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was playing air guitar.
No, you're good. Give me a second. I gotta get Brent up to speed.
Have you talked to him today?
No.
Oh, okay. I texted him earlier to see if he was gonna tune in, and he hasn't said anything, so he might not. He might be busy.
It's okay. Whatever.
Yeah, just send it anyway, just in case. So, first of all, we want to thank everybody for spending their Friday evening with us. This is my new, most highly anticipated day of the week now because I get to hang out with you, and we get to talk about stuff. It's amazing. Tonight's topic is aliens, fact or fake, or as you like to say, fact or crap.
All right, I got
You
it.
believe in aliens?
So, I'm not saying there. Look, I'm not saying there's nothing out there. Okay, I'm not gonna be like we're the only life forms, but maybe it's because I've never personally experienced these things. You know, like you know me, I'm the kind of person that's a see it to believe it type of thing. And I've never experienced anything alien related. Spiritual ghost, yes. I can say I believe in that, but
one thing I want to go here and say right now, I forgot to tell you this personally. February 25th, our episode definitely needs to be on the paranormal because February 24th, I'm going to go to Waverly Hills to investigate it for 8 hours. So the very next day, I would love that to be our ghost episode.
So you're going the 24th?
Yes, February. So
that's
25th.
My birthday.
Oh shit! Well, maybe we'll fucking go live then too. Who knows?
You know what else? You know what else happened on my birthday?
Oh, Battle of Los Angeles.
That's one of our subjects tonight, but we're not going to go. We're going to go by the script. Yeah.
Script in quotation marks. So, but in the past, I've asked you if you believed in aliens, and you did tell me that you saw some weird lights when you were in Florida over the ocean, but you didn't really go into detail. You're like, I saw some lights one time, but it so obviously it wasn't a big but a significant moment of your life. But do you remember this? Or no?
But you know how many times I've seen lights? Like
in the sky?
Yeah.
You know what they were?
A lot. No, I don't. But because I didn't know what they were, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, that's aliens. He's coming down.
Technically, it was a UFO.
You know, like...
It was a flying object that you couldn't identify. It was a UFO, dude.
Or I could say it was a plane that has lights on it.
Planes are fake. Birds are fake.
No. I seen lights over the ocean in Florida, but there again, it's like... it could have been a boat way out in the distance. That wasn't because if you look in the ocean at night, it looks like part of the sky.
Right. Okay.
So it could have been a boat. I don't know.
Well,
I haven't like
experienced anything to make you like, dude, this shit's real.
Right. Okay. Hey, Ryan said Jimmy Hoffa. You know what? They actually apparently found him in the parking lot under a bridge. I think it was New Jersey.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, if they found Jimmy Hoffa's body, it would be all over the news, I would think.
I'm telling you, dude. Like it's Jimmy Hoffa.
They identified the body as Jimmy Hoffa.
So listen, the dude was on his deathbed that helped put him in a barrel with concrete and put him underground under a bridge. I think it's New Jersey.
So we got a deathbed confession.
And
it costs so much. There's been a few deathbed confessions about Jimmy Hoffa, though.
But listen to me. It costs so much money to dig him up, and FBI police went in down with radar penetrating, like the penetrating radar sonar, and they saw what looked like a barrel underneath, but because there's so much shit on top of it, they won't dig it.
Bullshit. So why
I'm
did this
telling
come
you.
up? Because the topic is aliens. God damn it, you guys are
Well,
distracting.
they said that aliens took Jimmy Hoffa back in the day too. So you're saying bullshit to him being buried under the ground, but yet you're telling me aliens are real. So
I didn't say aliens took Jimmy Hoffa.
I believe he's under the ground more than I do aliens.
I mean, okay. Okay, whatever. You know what? I'm fucking done, man.
Are we done?
I don't got much. No, I just got nothing to say to that. Like, okay, whatever. So let's kick this off with starting about the most famous fucking alien event of all time. Well, when you think aliens, what comes to mind? What do you think is the first fucking most fucking?
You want me to be super honest with you when people say aliens?
A goddamn movie, I bet.
A xenomorph.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, I'm a believer. Okay. I believe that Ripley blew up the Nostromo and LV. You know.
I also believe it's the most overrated science fiction movie of all time, but that's neither here nor there. So let's talk about Roswell.
Okay.
Why don't you type in Roswell on your little fancy thing so everybody knows that?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
This guy always forgets about it. So, first of all, the shit didn't even happen in fucking Roswell. It happened in Corona, New Mexico. But in 1947, William Brazel discovered wreckage on the J.B. Foster Ranch, 75 miles north of Roswell, New Mexico. On July 8th, the Army Airfield, we were discussing this earlier, I believe before it was called the Air Force, I think it was called the Army Airfield. But they issued a press release stating that they discovered, quote, flying disc. Then the following day, they retracted their statement and they said it was a conventional weather balloon. Come on! Bullshit. Why would they retract their fucking statement? Why would they use the words flying disc and then the next day say weather balloon? So let's just move on, I guess.
They found debris.
So there was a crash site. Definitely a crash site. They found debris of something that crashed.
So the debris you mean to put the picture up here?
Why your audio sounds awful? What's going on? You sound like a robot. Everything's fast forwarding for you.
Hang on.
All right, now you sound good. So let's just move on with the conversation.
Okay.
So the Roswell incident did not resurface until the 1970s when retired Lieutenant Colonel Jesse Marcel said that he believed it was of extraterrestrial nature. This is the guy who fucking retrieved the wreckage. Now, William Brazel was on the ranch and he saw about a quarter-mile spread out wreckage. Something definitely crashed in the desert. He stuck it under a bush and forgot about it for like 10 days. He was like, whatever, you know. There's also stories of like his sheep would not cross, like go anywhere near that area. Like they were fucking freaked out, maybe because there was radiation involved. But anyway, this dude basically went to the bar and was like, I fucking found this bullshit on my fucking ranch. And everyone's like, dude, haven't you been watching the news? Like people are reporting all these fucking flying discs and shit. And he's like, oh, fuck. Now you got to also remember that this was during the Cold War, wasn't it? But like, wasn't that fucking around the same time?
Yeah.
But the shit,
It was 1947.
Right. Wasn't that the Cold War-ish or no?
42 was World War II.
I probably should have done more research on this.
Yeah, I think so.
So, all right. So, like I said, it didn't resurface until the 70s, like when the guy, Jesse Marcel, the dude who retrieved the wreckage, right? They sent out the fucking dude from the Army. to go pick up all the bullshit. He showed it to his fucking guy. Let's get into this real quick. But so anyway, in 1994, the U.S. Air Force reported it was a crashed nuclear test balloon from Project Mogul. Now, Project Mogul was a thing during the Cold War. It was like a 2-year project where they basically sent up weather balloons into the sky with microphones and other devices to try to detect and measure like sound waves from fucking Russia, like their test bomb sites, right? So they're trying to say that they set up a fucking weather balloon with a fucking microphone on it to catch sound waves in New Mexico all the way from Russia. Sounds like bullshit to me. Now they could have set this thing up somewhere else, closer to Russia, and then maybe it crashed in New Mexico. I don't know. But anyway, let's move on. Jesse Marcel, the guy who retrieved it, he brought this shit home. He went to the wreckage site, grabbed all the shit, brought it home. It's like in the middle of the night. He woke up his wife and his kids and was like, look at this shit. Look what we fucking found in the desert today. And there was a piece of metal that you could crumple up like a piece of paper. And when you let go of it, perfectly fucking flat again. And this dude's son came out years and years later and was like, yo, my dad was the guy who fucking found this shit. And I remember him waking me up in the middle of the night and showing me all this shit. And the next day, they did this fucking report on the news, and they showed the picture of that guy holding up sticks and aluminum foil. And they were like, oh, this is what happened. Show that picture real quick. Look at the guy, look at this fucking guy's face. He's like, really? Because like this dude had no idea what's going on. He's like, hey, we're gonna do a press conference. You're gonna walk in the room. You're gonna hold up the shit, and we're gonna fucking show the world what happened. Look at his face. He's like, this isn't what I fucking found yesterday. What the fuck is this? Look at his fucking face. He's like, this is not what I found in the desert, bro. Yeah. So, anyway, the U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency released a 154-page document about that mysterious memory metal, right, that I was talking about earlier, where you can crumple it up and it can unfold.
Yeah.
It's called nitinol, is what that memory metal is. Now, remember, 1947 is when this crash happened. Nitinol wasn't even discovered until 1959. So, what the fuck? February 15th, in 2021, the Freedom Information Act, fucking, they started releasing some shit, because, like, I think after, like, 70 fucking years, that's when things are supposed to become declassified. So we were all waiting 70 years later for fucking Roswell to be declassified. I don't think it ever really was. But February 15th, 2021, if you do some research, the Freedom of Information Act did release some stuff. But anyway, they interviewed, I think, Jesse Marcel again, and this is verbatim from the guy who retrieved the wreckage. He says, quote, they wanted some comments from me, but I wasn't at liberty to do that. So all I could do was keep my mouth shut. General Ramey is the one who discussed it with the newsman. He's the one who told them like what it was, right?
Yeah.
And he told the newsmen just to forget about it, and it's nothing more than a weather balloon. After that, off the record, he's like, of course, we both knew different. You know what I mean? I fucked up that whole quote because I'm like, oh, quote this, but then I started fucking paraphrasing, and I apologize. But he basically said that, and then after the fact, he's like, of course, we both knew differently, and we both know that it was fucking bullshit. But
so,
Jesse Mars, what up? Go ahead.
So with all this, and maybe I should let you finish with it, or maybe I should say that you don't think the government's in it for business?
What do you mean? Elaborate on that.
So the government makes money too.
Right.
So this happened in the 40s.
Late 40s.
Late 40s, 47.
Right.
When there's no back then there was no like way of social media today. But back then nobody knew that. Like nobody knew the advances that we would be at today. They only had newspaper, telegrams, doves, smoke signals. You get what I'm saying?
Shut up.
But you understand what I'm saying?
I
Like,
know.
the way you know. So radio was your almost your Facebook. You know what I mean? Like radio.
Okay.
So think about that. So good press is money. Radio airtime is money.
But I don't
Someone would
understand.
So it's all I feel like it was a money game from the government. I think the
What
government
was?
these theories, this Roswell,
Well, they
all this
said it was
stuff.
bullshit. Like they first straight up said we found a flying disc, but then the very next day they retracted their statement and ever since then been denying. So if they wanted to make money, they'd have been like, dude, it was a fucking flying disc from another world. Like that would be more entertaining and it would sell more newspapers than them denying it.
I feel like it was a money grab. I think the
For
government
for one day.
No.
They could
It
have
ain't
been
just
doing
one
this for
day.
70 years.
It's not just for one day because Roswell, Battle of Los Angeles, Operation High Jump, Black Knight, Satellite.
Yeah, but you're
Valiant
jumping
Thor.
back, you're jumping
No.
around the
But
timeline.
no. Well, it's all 40s and 50s. It's all within the time period. 47,
Black
42,
Knight, but
47, 54,
right.
50,
But dude,
1950.
none of these things were in the newspapers. The only thing that was in the newspaper was the Roswell incident. And I think that that's when the government realized they could lie to us. That's the first time they realized that they could bullshit us and get away with it. The next time was when fucking JFK died. But they fucking put out a newspaper that we found a flying disc. The very next day retracted their statement and been lying about it ever since. Like I said, I think they'd sell more newspapers saying it was a fucking alien than they would denying it. Because they're literally telling people, stop talking about it. It's bullshit. Don't worry about it. It was a fucking weather balloon. And how does that sell newspapers and get money?
It's like that today. Look how much shit gets put out and overlooked, but yet it draws an audience and people gain from it.
You seriously think that the Roswell incident was
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say it's a money grab. I think it was a way.
How can it be a money grabber? They put it out one day in the media. You're confusing the fuck out of me.
No. Listen, you take Area 51.
All right, go ahead.
How many people? Give me my segment. How many people around Area 51 has profited from bullshit? Think about all the little shops, T-shirts, merch, movies.
That's anything though. I mean, that's literally anything.
It was in the 40s, dude. Like it blew up. Now, like if Roswell didn't happen, if all this didn't happen, I wouldn't be wearing an alien xenomorph shirt. I wouldn't have these bug-eyed fucking things, on the background because I feel like it's a money thing. I think it was a way to persuade the populace to gain something from it. I'm telling you.
Who's benefiting from it? Just the people that open up a burger joint in New Mexico with a fucking UFO on the fucking top of the building?
They
didn't like premeditate this shit.
Everybody.
And like I said, before the Roswell incident, 10 days, for a full 10 days in a row, people were reporting flying discs in the sky. And then one of them fucking crashed. Like why would people do that? Like it's not where like people are coming together to be like, hey, let's tell people that we saw flying discs in the sky.
Right.
And then one just so happened to crash 10 days later.
I feel like
I don't see the connection between that and money grabbing.
Everybody says it's the government hiding, but I don't think that. I think the government's doing it to persuade business, to make money. It's to make money.
They don't care about that shit. They already have the fucking military-industrial complex. They don't give a fuck about that, about newspaper sales. They don't care about that shit.
If you look at it, tragic instances have to happen for the government to fund it. Like, oh shit, Iraq War. Oh,
I
let's
get it.
pump,
9/11. Now we've been in a
we're
fucking
gonna
forever
we're
war
gonna
that we're
pump
never gonna
money
get
into
out.
the war, and we're gonna profit from it. You don't think the America made money off that fucking Iraq
How
War?
was the government making money off of
Dude,
Roswell incident? How?
so okay, this happened. Oh, we're redacting it. But now they've just fed the little bit of society with a little bit of shit, and it just fucking blew up. Now all of a sudden, Farmer Joe is reporting that he's seeing this, and then fucking Darin from Rockford is saying that he got anal probed by a fucking green alien.
No, you're wrong.
I'm just saying that's my theory. I think instead of all this,
I kind of get what you're saying, but it makes zero sense to me, straight up. Like, I got a 100. Like, most of the time when you say something, I half-ass agree. This one, 100%, no fucking way. I can't agree with you. And
so real quick, Dale,
right.
this is what Dale said. We live on a single planet at one galaxy. Space is so big, we have no way of knowing how big. We as human beings can't be naive to believe that we're alone in the universe. Personally, I think we're a lab experience for aliens, and they are watching us go through the maze.
I love that he said a lab experiment, because, man, I could go on about that forever. Also, how I've told you how there's been so many creatures on the planet who resembled us, Neanderthals, things like that, primates who aren't here anymore. And we could totally, and even the Bible mentions giants and other things like that. And we could have been crossbred and created in a DNA bank by a higher species, like the Anunnaki, for example. And we're basically like test subjects, but we are the surviving test subjects. The Neanderthals and all the other primates before our time are non-existent anymore because they were the test subjects. We're the quote-unquote perfect beings that they created by crossbreeding. The Greek mythology talks about gods coming down and breeding with the women. The Bible talks about it. It's a fucking, I don't know. It's been mentioned throughout history, way before Roswell. They've talked about gods from the sky.
No,
coming down in fire chariots.
And it's
you got to think about them talking about a fire chariot. It wasn't a chariot of fire. It was a propulsion system, and they didn't know how to describe it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but again, it
was a way to make money.
No, it was man-made. The Bible was man-made. Like,
yeah, of course. So I mean,
that's just some asshole's story of what had happened or what he had thought had happened. You know what I mean?
It's got interpreted by many, many people over thousands of years.
And Bibles cost money.
Oh my god, this fucking guy. Anyway, let's move on with the Roswell thing. What's our
nice and good.
Hey, Chris said they were also programming people after Roswell with a bunch of Hollywood trash B-list movies about the aliens that are going to kill us.
All right,
Chris.
So Jesse Marcel, the guy who he's the military man, by the way. You're talking shit about your own people.
I am, and I have my opinions on him.
How dare you? He stated straight up the material was nothing made of this earth, and counteract hysteria towards. All right, so I think they're just trying to counteract hysteria towards flying saucers, man. Like, I think they're just covering it up. What could you imagine what the world would be like if they're like, yo, aliens are real? It would just demolish religion. Imagine all the people that would freak out that believe in God and we're the only ones and God created us and they're in his image. It would destroy the world. There would be fucking, dude, we already fight wars over fucking religion because them other assholes disagree with us and they want to fucking fight over God and have no problem blowing up them, you, and your kids to go be with 72 fucking virgins. They already hate us about God. Could you imagine if the world come out and said, look, God ain't real, yo, It's fucking aliens.
No,
we would destroy ourselves. So they have to hide that shit.
Well, so I know it's a cult thing, the Heaven's Gate. They followed God and an alien behind the comet.
Halley's Comet, yeah. You know
Like,
what else they did? They chopped off their genitalia.
So
I don't even want to.
No. I understand that's a cult
Because
thing.
we're gonna.
But
Yeah.
this cult believed the same thing that you believed. Aliens.
Yeah, but they
And it was genocide. They killed how many
That
people?
wasn't genocide. It was suicide.
He killed how many people?
They killed themselves.
But he led them.
Yeah, I know, but that's just one crazy guy who got a bunch of other crazy people to follow him. That's completely irrelevant.
I know
that's completely irrelevant.
But their driving force behind his shit, aliens and God.
Yeah, the spaceship was going to come and take them all the fuck.
Right. I'll leave it at that. You get where I'm going.
It's irrelevant though. You're bringing up a lot of irrelevant stuff. This is why I told you to fucking do research, fucker. I'm going to set your ass on fire tonight.
Oh, bitch! Like fucking Heaven's Gate is perfect to what aliens are about. Like that's what they geared their fucking shit on. They had
you're wrong.
35 cents, 75 cents in their pocket for the fucking ride in the alien ship. Like, get the fuck out.
All right, so let's get into a couple of theories about this Roswell thing, and we're gonna fucking change subject, but I'm sure we're still gonna fucking argue. All right, so some people do think like what it could have been. Let's take aliens off the table. Some people think that it was a Russian craft that Russia created, flew it to our country, crashed it in the desert, and the bodies that were extracted from the crash site, from the vehicle, were actually deformed children. And some people think that the reason why Russia did that, it was like an act of war kind of, to freak out all the dumb Americans, the cheeseburger eating Americans, to freak us all out and be like, oh my God, it's the end of the fucking world. And then we'd be so distracted by that we'd fucking not be able to fucking fight Russia. Some people fucking think that. Tom DeLonge. Are you familiar with Tom DeLonge? He's the guitar player, half singer of the band Blink-182. He started to the Stars Academy. He's really big into this fucking UFO research.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of people behind him.
Like anyway, UFOlogy or some shit?
Ufology.
Ufology?
Yeah. You could call it UFOlogy, but then there's two O's. Yeah. It's ufology.
I get it.
But Tom DeLonge thinks that this actually was a craft that flew out of Argentina, and it was German. Because some people think after the fucking Nazis got their ass kicked, they fucking went to Argentina. And there's fucking pictures of an old Hitler just chilling in Argentina. Like, some people fucking think that Hitler survived, got in a submarine, faked his death, went to fucking Argentina, and there's still Nazis to this day in Argentina. Did you know also there is a building in California with Nazi symbols, with swastikas on the outside of it, that was supposed to be like a fucking congregation fucking building for Nazis? Like, there was one point when they were planning to like be here, and somehow this fucking building got erected, and it still stands to this day with swastikas on it. Like, we got to look more into that on a side note, but like, go ahead and look into that. Listeners, do that too. But yeah, it's just a strange theory that he thinks that it was a German fucking aircraft that flew out of Argentina and crashed. Now, former U.S. Army counterintelligence special agent and former employee of office, Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence, Luis Elizondo, is another really important guy that people should do research on and look him up and listen to his interviews. Because the shit's fucking wild, and we're trying to keep this podcast on for 2 hours, and there's just so much fucking shit out there. And if the listeners are interested, we can definitely do a part 2. But Mr. Brazel, the guy who fucking found the crash site, who stumbled upon it, he was incarcerated. Like, they threw him in fucking jail. They threw a lot of people in jail who were connected to the Roswell crash incident to fucking keep mouths shut. And like, why did they take all right, if it was just a fucking weather balloon, Why did they transport it? Why did they put it on a fucking truck and take it from Corona to fucking Roswell to fucking elsewhere? Why did they do that? If it was just a fucking weather balloon, what's the point of that? Why didn't they just throw it in the fucking garbage?
Because it costs money.
It costs money to throw it away. It costs way more money to put it on trucks, hire men to fucking to take it elsewhere to be studied.
They could
that
savage
costs
it.
way more money.
Look, when shit gets blown up in the army, we don't just throw it away.
Okay, what do you do with it?
We take shit off of it.
A weather balloon? If a weather balloon crashed in fucking Baghdad, are you gonna fucking take it?
It
Sticks
depends
and
on
rubber and aluminum foil, like you say. What was the Roswell crash? That's what it was.
That's what they found, wasn't it?
No, that's what they said they found the next day.
Because
after retracting their statement of finding a flying disc, they legitimately said they found a flying disc. The next day, they retracted their statement.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, aluminum foil protects against the atmosphere. I think here's my thing. With the whole Roswell thing, like, again, I got it, a weather balloon and all this shit, but I just see money, dude. Like, I see a purpose. I see we're going to create this incident. That way we get funding for this. That way we could get money for that. That way we could have an excuse to later on build something like Space Force, come up with something to build us at a later date. We need theories to back us up. We need.
They were denying the whole fucking thing. Why would, just like this comment? It makes money because they are able to go to the government and justify an increase in defense spending. They fucking denied the whole thing. Why would they need money to defend? Like, you're saying that they're fucking making money off it. They denied the whole fucking thing. How does that make money? If anything, that shuts it down. It's done. Boom. It wasn't a UFO. It was a weather balloon. Quit fucking talking about it. How does that make money?
It's giving that little bit to the people and them running with it.
Oh, that's fucking absurd.
It's like today.
That's more ridiculous than believing in aliens. That's fucking crazy.
Like, it's like shit that happens throughout society. Fox News and CNN is nothing but a bunch of bullshit. And guess what? It gets fucking people riled up, don't it? Half the shit ain't true, but guess what? Half the people believe it. Then you get these little followings, these cults, these little fucking CNN
and you
said
think
this.
The government did that? You think the
Absolutely
government made up a story? You think one day they put out a newspaper and said a UFO crashed, then the next day said it wasn't a UFO because they knew for decades and decades in the future people would make movies off it and talk about aliens and shit.
They could have redacted. They could have redacted because it said UFO. Maybe they should have reworded it.
It said flying disc. That's
maybe
flying disc.
Maybe they fucked up and was like, holy shit, people are going to believe there's fucking aliens.
Okay. All right.
I'm telling you, people in the government fuck up, dude.
Oh, I know. They're just human.
And they
all go home and fucking beat their wives and nuke their
they do
dinners
shit
in the
fuck
microwave.
With people too. You know how many people fuck with people in the army that put shit out? Dale can just like that. Like, half the shit ain't even fucking.
No, I know. Just like pilots.
You know?
When I was in fucking, I'm not gonna say where. I was somewhere, and there was a pilot there with me, and he was telling me that they see shit every fucking day in the sky, but they don't fucking say anything because they're gonna be like, okay, like, do you really need to report this? Like, do you need to make a statement about this? Because then we got to get the government involved, and like, you're gonna go under mental evaluation. Like, and he's like, nope. So like, all these pilots that see unidentified aircrafts every fucking day, they fucking keep their fucking mouth shut and they don't say shit because they'll be put under ridicule. They'll fucking lose their benefits. They'll lose their job. They'll fucking go under mental evaluation. Everybody shuts the fuck up.
Yeah, well.
But then we got the fucking Tic Tac video. That's a real fucking thing. Our fucking Navy saw this craft, followed it. Now, like, some people could say that, oh, it's one of ours. It was a test subject. It wasn't real world. It was a test thing. But we told our guys it was real world for practice. This fucking thing was 80,000 feet above sea level and went down to 1 foot above sea level in a matter of seconds. It was going like 12,000 miles an hour with zero propulsion system. No exhaust, no nothing. We tracked this thing. The Pentagon fucking released it, showed the fucking video. What the fuck was that? It was, dude, there's no way that our fucking, like, we're the biggest, baddest motherfucking military on the planet. Fuck with us. Say some dumb shit. We'll blow you up. But we don't have that fucking kind of aircraft. Neither does fucking Russia or China or anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Think about how long the stealth bomber was out before we actually fucking said, oh, yeah, that's ours. You know, like, I don't know. So maybe I don't know. There's no fucking way. What do you think about the Tic Tac video?
So back on to like, how can I word this? If the government is covering up so much, do you really think the government can cover it all up?
No.
So why do we not see more of these aliens? Why are people not reporting? Because nowadays it seems like anybody can easily pull this phone up and record something. I can make a video and edit.
No, I know it's easy to fake
of
shit.
bullshit, but the timeline of all this alien shit from the 40s to 60s, we didn't have that. It was easier for people to get away with it. So why not today, with the advances of technology, everybody has a camera. Why is Facebook not blowing up with people with like, look at this fucking alien in my yard? They're not part of the government because they can't shut the fuck up. So why are we not seeing more of it?
Because aliens don't hang out at people's barbecues in their backyard, Audie Marsh. What the fuck are you talking about?
They just hang out in fucking Roswell and New Mexico and shit, right?
No, they crashed in fucking Corona.
California, they hang out in fucking California in Nazi buildings, right? Like,
that's not what I said. So, like, that is not what I said.
I'm talking about across America. Why are we not seeing more?
Dude, there's plenty of videos, but the problem is there's some of. I mean, it's so easy to fake things nowadays. It's so easy to fucking fake it. But there's been reports of UFOs for years. Have you heard of the Foo Fighters? Not the band. The Foo Fighters was a real fucking thing that our airplane, our dogfight guys dealt with. When they were in the fucking war, they were reporting spear-shaped crafts that would follow them and fucking do maneuvers, and we would chase them thinking it was fucking Japan or whatever, and they would just take the fuck off. And we ended up referring to them as Foo Fighters. This is a real fucking thing, dude. Shit's been going on way before people could fake stuff with their phone.
I know. You know? And it was much easier to make a press, do like a radio conference back in the 40s and 50s. Nowadays, I just feel like it should be more prominent. Like, I should see more shit. I have friends all over the world.
Right.
Somebody's bound to fucking see something. Post that
shit on Facebook. It's all out there.
Facebook.
You're just not looking for it. You know, like if you knock on the devil's door, he's going to answer. But you not believing in aliens, you're not going to come across alien fucking videos. You're not searching for them.
Maybe I need to start looking. Maybe I need to go buy a telescope and start observing like all these lights in the skies.
Maybe.
I don't know. But until I see it, until I have experienced it.
Let's move on and let's talk about people who have seen shit. For example, all right, Roswell, fine, weather balloon. Totally could have been a weather balloon, right? Let's go out there and say that. Okay. Let's pretend it is a weather balloon. For sake of argument, it wasn't an alien, it was a fucking weather balloon.
It's killing you right now to say that, but we'll move on.
No, because now I'm gonna hit you with something else. The Battle of Los Angeles. A real life incident that really fucking happened. This is real. This isn't some fucking next day bullshit where they're like, oh, this is what happened. They still don't know what fucking happened. So on February 24th, 1942, an anti-aircraft barrage of more than 1,440 rounds is launched at what is initially thought to be a Japanese aerial attack on the city of Los Angeles. 5 civilians died. 3 of them was from traffic accidents due to the chaos of the incident, and 2 of them were from heart attacks.
Heart attacks.
Yeah, but now listen, how many other people do you think in LA died that night of heart attacks? Probably several. But why were these 2 reported? Because they were due to the fucking incident. Like my husband was in the backyard watching this and he fucking dropped dead, you know? Now this is a real fucking incident. This fucking thing hovered. And we shot 1,440 rounds at this motherfucker. And it did not drop. It didn't fall from the sky. It just fucking sat there. Haha, fuck you. Took all of our shots and just fucking flew away. This is a real fucking incident. So you might not have seen aliens, right? You don't believe because you didn't see them. But our fucking military sure as fuck did on February 24th, 1942. They saw it so much that they shot almost 1,500 fucking rounds. Speaking of money, if we want to talk about money, it's to fucking build propaganda and to raise money. Think about how much fucking money they wasted that day trying to shoot down a weather balloon that you could shoot down with a fucking 22. Why did it take 1,440 rounds? Anti-aircraft, dude.
So
how big is a fucking anti-aircraft bullet?
Let's put into perspective on what the world was dealing with during that time. We had just got attacked by the Japanese at Pearl Harbor.
I get that. But what was in the sky that day, Audie? I understand that. If it was a weather balloon, we would have shot it and it would have fell to the fucking ground. My point is, this fucking thing hovered, got shot at, was completely unaffected by our fucking anti-aircraft rounds, 1,440 of them, and just flew away. I get the paranoia, but explain to me what it was. What was it that we were shooting? Was it a fucking cloud? Was it a weather balloon? Was it a fucking Aliens Part 3 fucking DVD?
We don't have evidence.
There's plenty of evidence. Bring up the picture right now.
We don't have anything to back it up.
Motherfucker, yes there is. There's plenty of photos of it, and there's newspaper articles.
But like,
bring up the photo. That's real. That's a fucking real photograph taken. Zoom in on that bitch. You could do it in fucking Instagram filters and fucking make it negative, add color to it. Look at that fucking aircraft. Look at that fucking thing. What is that? Anti-aircraft fucking bullets, dude. Anti-aircraft rounds. We shot 1,440 at it. Look at all those spotlights. That thing's just chilling in the sky. I understand the hysteria, but what was it? Tell me what it was.
We don't know.
So therefore, it's an unidentified flying object. Would you agree?
I don't know if it's flying. I don't know.
What? Like, it's not crawling on the fucking wall.
There's no evidence of anything other than a bunch of lights in the sky with maybe some strip flares and fucking.
Look what they're fucking shining on. Look what they're shining on. What is it, dude? Looks like a fucking flying disc to me. Looks like a fucking disc.
I don't know.
That's a real photograph, dude. I mean, come on, man. No, all right, let's just say it's not aliens. What is it then? You think it was a fucking Japanese aircraft?
I don't think it was anything because there was nothing there to back it up. There was no evidence.
What? There's real fucking evidence of fucking our fucking guys shooting anti-aircraft fucking. We did a whole fucking goddamn barrage on it. What do you mean? There's no evidence. We shot almost 1,500 rounds of anti-aircraft at this fucking thing.
And missed.
No, we didn't really. So our military sucks that bad that we shoot almost 1,500 rounds.
Yeah, because we
missed all 1,440
the next morning. The next morning there was nothing on the beaches. They found nothing.
Because it fucking flew away, dummy. He's making me so mad. I'm gonna try not to call you names. I'm sorry.
There was nothing there. It was a false alarm because we were so scared because Japanese had already flown into our backyard, blew up Pearl Harbor,
which was allowed, in my opinion.
They were getting.
We had the intelligence of that, and we let it fucking happen.
Miscommunication. We were already on edge. And what's funny is they said, "Oh well, it could be the Japanese flying in and then they flew away," which is bullshit because
I know that's bullshit. So explain to me what it was. They initially thought that it was a Japanese aerial attack. That's what they thought it was. So we sat there and shot at the motherfucker. Nothing happened, and then it just fucking hovered away. So apparently it wasn't a Japanese aircraft.
Is there other pictures of
So
this
what
thing
was it?
hovering? Is there pictures of it flying away? Or is this the only one?
We were so. Do you fucking take pictures of fucking people you shot at in fucking Iraq? You take pictures of them, or are you shooting at?
Well, we would kill them because there's something there.
Audie, clearly there was something there that day, Audie. Why
I
else
don't believe it.
would we
I
take
don't
our
believe
fucking
anything
all right,
was
then tell
there.
me. Then why did we shoot so much fucking shit at it?
World War II, Pearl Harbor. California is the closest to Hawaii. We got
it's not.
miscommunication. Yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, Hawaii is the closest one to California.
No, you're wrong.
So it was miscommunication that it was the fucking Japanese gonna come and attack.
Okay, so
California.
here's my thing. You're saying it was nothing. Do you believe we even shot at it? Or do you think this whole thing never happened?
No, this incident happened.
Okay, so you're saying, you said we shot at nothing. Why in the fuck
Because
would they say that they thought it was a fucking Japanese air raid? What in the sky was there for people to witness with their eyes for somebody to make that fucking call? Now, you being a military guy, one person does not say, go shoot this fucking object in the sky. The shit rolls downhill. It starts with this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Then all of these guys go and shoot at an object in the sky. You say it's nothing. What was it? That's I've asked this like 11 times.
I don't know. I'm
So
only going
you
off.
are agreeing that this incident happened, that we got our dudes together and we shot at something in the sky. So you're agreeing that this incident happened.
I'm agreeing it happened, but I'm also going to tell you it was a false alarm.
Okay, so what the fuck was it that we shot at?
I don't know. You tell me, because there's no evidence.
I'm telling you. I'll tell you what it is right now. It was fucking aliens.
Nope.
Then what was it? What do you think it was? A bird? Butterfly?
I think it was paranoia. I think people were on edge.
What in the sky appeared that night to make people paranoid?
Know. This
cloud?
half of the world, we were already fucking suffering from Pearl Harbor.
Something had to be there to initiate that paranoia, dude.
And
something had to.
Maybe that one guy was like, "Holy shit, a plane!"
Right, because planes hover and they look like discs.
So here
that happens all the time.
I'll go back to it takes more than one guy to initiate a fire. So the way it works is it's called positive identification, PID.
Okay.
One person gets PID and they call it, that's it.
Okay.
So this one person could have been like, oh shit, it's a Japanese airplane.
Okay.
Or if it was an alien aircraft, a Japanese airplane.
Okay. Show me with your hand, how do airplanes travel? If it was a Japanese airplane, show me with your hand motion.
Well, they don't.
What they do
hover.
to the sky. Right. Something clearly
mind
hovered.
you, it was at night.
Do you think that we could have? You see all the spotlights? Do you think if something was flying through the sky, we would be able to take that photo with 6, 7, 8, 9 spotlights on it and be able to fucking shoot that many rounds at it in that moment of time and capture it? There's no fucking way.
I would say whoever the person to initially get PID on whatever they thought was in the air, and they probably called out direction, distance, and fucking fired.
On what?
I don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
But you're saying it's not. You're just going out there and saying it wasn't aliens.
Yeah.
But you're saying that we
I feel
shot
like-
at something that day. Are you at least saying that?
I would say it was a false alarm, and whoever shot first might have thought they saw something. I don't think it was what everybody wants to believe it. I'm putting in the fact of Pearl Harbor. I'm going back to that. The height of World War II. Here, I'm pulling this up.
Do me a favor, change the topic. It still says Roswell.
What's the next one?
We're talking about the Battle of Los Angeles.
Oh, you still want to go? The topic.
Well, I mean,
gotcha.
I don't know. It's just strange to me that I get it, man. Like, there's no proof it was aliens, but it definitely couldn't have been a fucking Japanese airplane.
I wish.
I think they would have at least fired back, and dude, there'd be more than one. If it was fucking Japan, there'd be more than one fucking plane. And I mean, let's say maybe it was a fucking false flag operation to test our guys on the ground. Maybe, but what do we have in the fucking 40s that could take almost 1,500 rounds of anti-aircraft ammunition, dude? Like, it's literally in the title, anti-aircraft. It was a craft in the air. These things are made to fucking take them out. Like, something happened that day in the sky, enough to where our fucking homies shot this motherfucker for a period of time. I don't know how long this lasted. I'm pretty sure it was like a 2-hour event. I think it was like from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. We shot at this motherfucker, and it just sat there. Scarface at the end of Scarface. I take your fucking bullets. Snorting cocaine, getting shot. You know? Dude,
from what the article said, it said on my birthday, which is February 24th, 1942, the Office of Naval Intelligence issued a warning that an attack on mainland California would be expected within the next 10 hours. That evening, many flares and blinking lights were reported from the vicinity of defense plants. An alert was called at 7:18 p.m. and was lifted at 10:23 p.m. Renewed activity began early in the morning of the 25th. Air raid sirens sounded 2:25 a.m. through Los Angeles. A total blackout was ordered, and thousands of air raid wardens were summoned to their positions at 3:16. 37th Artillery.
Keep reading. You know what I'm gonna do?
You're gonna go piss. Let's see. 37th Coast Artillery Brigade began firing 50 cal machine guns. Oh my God. Anti-aircraft shells. Let's see. 1,400 shells were eventually fired. Pilots of the 4th Interceptor Command alerted their aircraft remained grounded. The artillery fire continued, especially around 4 a.m. I think it was a false alarm. I think because us as a nation, we were so hurt and scarred from Pearl Harbor that we were on high alert, and some asshole saw what they thought was a Japanese plane, and that's what started it all. I don't think it was aliens. People fuck up. I'm reading all the comments. Let's see.
Yeah,
I'm reading some of these comments.
Cool.
So why have there been so many reports of alien abductions?
Okay, who's he asking? Both of us?
Yeah.
I mean, that could go both ways. I mean, if people want attention, look at me, look what happened to me. I got abducted by aliens. You can get a free flight and meal to fucking New York.
You can make
the Jerry
money.
Springer show. Yeah, you can write a book about it. You can have somebody like Travis Walton, for example. I mean, he says.
Do you see
what?
that though? You see what you're going on about though?
You're not letting me finish.
Anybody can do that and make money.
Yeah, absolutely, and we've already established this.
What needs to happen is I need to stage someone to come anal probe me, Get that on video. That'll go on the hub.
I won't stage it. I'll fucking do it. What's up? You still living
I was
in
hoping
Missouri?
you were. I was hoping
Still
you
living at Fort Leonard, motherfucker?
You couldn't handle me.
I don't got stage shit.
But yeah, some identified person came in and
I'll paint myself green. I don't care. Do it.
Yeah, so so real quick, what is the why is it big green eyed? Is that what people has put into assumption? Like, okay, it's a big no sexed monster that stands 8 feet tall.
I'll tell you.
green.
Yeah, there's several.
Explain it to me. I'm seriously wanting to know.
There's several different species. Think about how big our universe is. That we know of. Just that we fucking know, right? There's several different species of extraterrestrials. You got the tall grays, you got the small grays, you got the Nordics, you got the Anunnaki. There's several of them. Some people think that the small grays, the little green men with the big eyes, are actually not made of flesh and bone and tissue. They're actually robots that are sent out kind of like we do with drones. A lot of people think that the tall grays send out the small grays to do abductions and things like that. And like Nordics, they look just like you and I, but they're mostly fucking blonde hair, blue eyes. And that's where like fucking your Hitler shit came in, because he was big into the occult and extraterrestrials. In fact, they had a Roswell type incident where they retrieved a fucking craft that crashed, and that's how they came up with the Glocke. I don't know if you're familiar with the Glocke, but it's German for the bell, and they fucking could time travel with it, dude. They that's how. I know it sounds crazy.
Go on.
But like I think the time travel thing like is what they were trying to go with the Glocke. But there's 100% evidence of the Glocke where they reverse engineered a craft that crashed. But yeah, there's the Prime Minister, I think, of Canada. He straight up, like right when he retired or whatever, like, you know, every president like does their fucking goodbye speech. Well, like the Prime Minister of Canada, I believe, when he did his goodbye speech, he said, he's like, the world knows about 12, at least 12 species of extraterrestrials. We've made contact with all of them. We talk to them on a regular basis. They're here. They're already here. They're not coming. They're fucking here. And the Prime Minister said that. Like, why would he say that, dude? Like, you're already the fucking Prime Minister. I mean, yeah, you fucking write books, whatever. But, like, I'm pretty sure he hasn't, like, come out with any books. Bob Lazar, for example, worked at Area 51. This guy's made no money on, maybe a little bit, but he hasn't come out with movies or anything like that. This is a fucking retired guy who fucking worked at Area 51, or they call it fucking, I wish I fucking had it written down. They call it like Section 4 or some shit. But he hasn't made any money on it. And this dude straight up took his fucking homies out to fucking Area 51 on a country road and was like, this is when they test their fucking aircrafts. And they fucking filmed it. Boom. These fucking guys were on them like that, arrested every single one of them. Like, this is a real thing. This really happened. Bob Lazar. And he hasn't fucking put out books or movies. But yeah, to answer the question, what up, Bentley? To answer the question, like there's several different species of extraterrestrials. Think about how many. We're in just Zeta Reticuli is what, like, man, fucking, it's fucking.
Yeah,
I could go on and on.
I just feel like it's I don't know.
You want to move on to something else? Operation High Jump, maybe?
Yeah, let's go on to that.
All right, so you'll like this one because it's a military operation. This is a real fucking military operation. It was organized by Rear Admiral Richard Byrd. This is the Navy. The officer in charge, that's who it was. Rear Admiral Richard Byrd was the officer in charge. This operation was led by Rear Admiral Ethan Eric Larson. He was the commanding officer.
Yeah.
On August 26, 1946, this mission included 4,700 men, 13 ships, and 33 aircraft. Now, the mission, the SOP, standard operating procedure, whatever, was to train personnel and test equipment in frigid conditions. Also, to consolidate and extend U.S. sovereignty over the largest practicable area of Antarctica. It was also publicly denied even before the expedition ended. Even before this fucking thing ended, it was already denied, which, top secret, that kind of makes sense, right? But the reason why we basically went there was just to train our guys, test our equipment, determine feasibility of establishing, maintaining, and utilizing bases and investigating possible base sites to fucking be in the cold, right? We also went there to develop techniques for just fucking basically fucking have Air Force bases on ice, see how our equipment worked. The reason why they said they did it is because we wanted to do this in Greenland. Why didn't we go to Greenland and do it? Why Antarctica? First of all, that's what makes it funny. Now, the Cold War thing, 40s, right? Greenland's nowhere near Russia. So why go to fucking Antarctica to test our shit to see what it would work like in Greenland when Greenland is no way near Russia? Why not? And if that was the case, why not just go to fucking Greenland, right? Couple more facts here. Let's talk about the humans that were lost. This is real documented deaths. Rest in peace to these guys because they were fucking military men and they fucking died during this operation. December 30th, 3 aviation radio men were killed when their Martin PBM Mariner George 1 crashed. The surviving 6 crew members were rescued 13 days later. Do you imagine being in the cold ass bullshit for 13 days before you were rescued? Fuck that.
Yeah,
but
no.
Fuck it. So in 2007, the notion, check this out. In 2007, a notion was denied to try to recover the bodies and the aircraft of the people that fucking died. Like, man, that's fucked up. But I get it. Probably be crazy expensive to go down there and retrieve the bodies if they're even still there and the aircraft. I get it. But
people probably die more just to try to find dead bodies.
Right. Well, right. We're going to get to that.
Yeah.
So January 21st in 1947, Vance Woodall, he died during a ship unloading accident. He died under a piece of roller equipment building an airstrip. So they're trying to build an airstrip on the ice.
Yeah.
He got fucking crushed.
Yeah.
Now, here's what happened. We sent all these motherfuckers. I'm going to tell you one more again. 4,700 men, 13 ships, 33 aircraft. We went down to fucking Antarctica. Now, this is shortly after World War II. We had intelligence that the Nazis went to fucking Antarctica and were just fucking, no pun intended, chilling out, right? There is real fucking evidence of Germans dropping flags and just letting them stick on the ground. They flew over Antarctica, dropped all these flags, so they could be like, we claimed Antarctica, like it's ours now. But I think that the reason why we went there was to see, in fact, if there were fucking Nazis there to fucking just sitting, plotting, and waiting for their revenge. We went down there. We came back with our fucking tails tucked between our legs, and all of our fucking dudes had to get debriefed over what they saw. And what they said they saw were flying discs coming out of the water, and they had fucking swastikas on the side of them. They attacked us, kicked our fucking ass. We turned right the fuck around and came back. And this is Operation High Jump. This is a real fucking thing. What are your thoughts on it?
So you're saying they saw...
We approached Antarctica and flying discs
with
Nazi came out of the swastikas on them.
With swastikas.
Flying discs came out of the water with swastikas on them and started attacking our fucking ships. And we turned around because we couldn't compete with these things. They're fucking doing aerial maneuvers that we could not fuck with, and we turned right around and came back, reported to our government what happened, and they were all debriefed. And this is a real incident, Operation High Jump. What do you think about it? You think it's real or fake or what?
I think, for one, I think Russia's nothing to fuck with.
We're talking about Germans, though. We went down there to see if Germans
even then at the time. I'm still thinking Russia from fucking.
Now you got to think too, bro. We were broke as a country. This is just after World War II. Why did we spend so much fucking money
to
go to Antarctica? We were so broke after World War II. In fact, we were so broke that women were working in the factories, right? Because all of our men were fucking overseas fighting. Women were in the factories keeping fucking America alive. And when all of our dudes came back, we were broke, dude. Why would we spend this amount of money in this operation to go to fucking Antarctica to test shit for Greenland when we could have went to fucking Greenland?
I don't know. Sometimes I question some of the shit we do in the military and why we do
Makes
it.
Sense.
And you know, during that time, could it have been to study? Let's say, could it have been to probe, or maybe we've got intel that, hey, there is something out there that's unidentifiable, and we're gonna set a whole fucking brigade out there to sit on.
Oh, change the topic. Operation High Jump.
Like, are we? I don't know, man. The government's fucking, when it comes to certain shit, we do some stupid shit.
And to think,
you know what I mean? Like, I get it.
Let's say that this is a real thing where they did send these guys out there to be like, hey, you're going to go down there to fucking test equipment in the cold. Maybe that's what they were told. Maybe they weren't told, like, hey, you're really going down there to see if there's fucking Germans.
And they maybe stumbled across something.
They were like, fuck, the Germans are here.
Right, but what blows my mind, though, is why would it be marked? Why would you, like, see, I don't know. Like, why would you, we saw these aircrafts and it had swastikas on it.
Right. Because I think that something crashed in Germany and Hitler had guys to reverse engineer it. Bro, we wouldn't even have NASA if it wasn't for fucking German scientists. You know that, right? This is real. After we kicked Germany's ass, we went to their top scientists and was like, die or work for us. Our fucking spaceship that went to the moon might as well had swastikas on it. Because it was not our technology. It was German tech.
If
it was Werner von Braun, that he was the head fucking guy, the rocket scientist that took us to the moon. He was a fucking Nazi, but we let him live.
But could it have been said, just, we saw, like, maybe I'm digging deep in the rabbit hole. We saw these ships, and because we were over there, we're gonna blame it on the Germans.
So now
there was no
saying,
swastikas?
Okay.
What if the person reporting it, there was no swastika, but he said, I saw a swastika.
Right, okay. And it could have been hieroglyphs, because think about what Egyptians put on their fucking walls etched in stone. A lot of people say when they see alien aircrafts up close and personal, they say, I saw writings on the side of the craft that looked similar to hieroglyphs. So maybe it wasn't a swastika. It could have been something else. But that kind of sets you up for saying that you're kind of agreeing here that a craft came out of the sea and attacked our guys. Who was it? Fucking Antarcticans? There's not people who live down there. Who could it have been? If it was the Germans, who was it?
But was it, again, something for the government? Hear me out. Something for the government to place blame on something, to say,
we already defeated
swastikas,
them, but we already defeated them. Why would we have to do that? To prove that they're the enemy of the world? We already proved that. We already defeated them. Why would we have to lie and say? If anything, we would have said it was the Russians, so we'd have a reason to fight them, or the Japanese, or China. Why blame it on the Germans? We already kicked their ass. Hitler's already dead in our eyes.
I don't know.
We went down there to see if he was still alive.
But propaganda, funds, more money. Hey, we didn't defeat all of them. Hey, we just kicked their ass, but they have craft that can shoot out of the
Okay.
water. You know,
The
propaganda.
funding makes more sense to get more funding. But why didn't we return them? Why didn't we go back to Antarctica? If it was for funding, wouldn't we use those funds to build up better aircrafts who can maintain frigid temperatures? Why didn't we go back to test them again? You know,
I don't know. And I wish there was more
I know.
video and I think it was I wish there was more photos. I wish there was hard facts.
There
photos,
is actually. There's a
you
whole
know?
film. There's a whole film called Operation Hydrum. Now, there's not fucking footage of the aircrafts, but
No, I know
this
that.
this
but
whole operation was documented. There's a whole fucking movie about it of real fucking footage.
I'm gonna look
It's
in
on YouTube.
next time I go to work. I'm gonna pull up some sources and maybe reach out and see if I can find the uh the CIR report. I don't know if we can
Explain
pull that
CIR report. what that
critical
is.
incident report, because the Army makes CIRs. It's making a documentation of something that has happened, and
Okay.
it's forever like discoverable. Now, whether or not they're going to release it on fucking Google or I don't classified, unclassified, then that's where I would have to like, okay, where do I find it under?
Right. Okay.
And maybe I can get my hands on it and I can read, okay, who reported this? What was actually said? Let's not fuck the movies and the Google and YouTube. I want to know, I want to read
Right.
the actual CIR and be like, okay,
If you could
this
do
is
that,
what
I would love to fucking see it or
right. I'm gonna do some
hear you
research.
tell me.
I'll reach out to some people and I might can get my hands on it.
You want
Maybe.
to switch topics to the Black Knight satellite? Are you familiar with this?
Is it so? I'm familiar with it. I read a little bit about it this week. It's very it's very interesting. I feel like it could be a numerous of things.
Could be space junk. Could be a piece. No, actually, no, because the thing rotates around the world in polar rotation. All of our satellites go like east to west, west to east, whatever. Like the equator. We don't know how to put objects into space to rotate around the planet polar from north to south pole. Am I making sense here?
No, I get it.
Instead
Yeah.
of traveling around the world this way, all of our satellites go this way, like a belt around your waist. This object weighs 15 tons, first of all. None of we don't know how to fucking create something that heavy and make it orbit. Again, it was in polar orbit. We don't know how to do that. It was carbon dated to be 15,000 years old. Now, so let's just say it was space junk, piece that broke off of a spaceship. We didn't have fucking spaceships 15,000 goddamn years ago. It sends out signals, therefore it's not a rock. And even if it was, like I stated earlier, things don't rotate around the planet north to south pole. It just doesn't fucking happen. This object also has vanished for several years, and then it'll just come back. This is a real fucking thing. What do you think it is? I think it could be an alien fucking satellite, an extraterrestrial satellite. Somebody and another thing about aliens, man, when I use that word, I don't want people to think little green men. I just mean like they're astronauts from another fucking planet, you know? I don't know what they fucking look like, but people take that word alien and run with it. Like, we have astronauts. We have humans from Earth that visited other fucking planets, and they're astronauts. Let's call them astronauts, okay? So
Okay.
I think that there are astronauts from other planets, other fucking galaxies, and like if this thing's 15,000 fucking years old, why is it here? What is it doing? What the fuck is it? What do you think it is? Obviously, neither one of us know, but this is a real fucking thing, dude.
I honestly don't know. Like, I don't want to sit here and say it's I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at it.
It looks definitely strange. Looks like it could be a piece of like magma, but it's like, why would it be in space? Why would it rotate polarly? 15 fucking tons? 15 tons, dude. And I don't know how they weigh things in space. It's not like they fucking put it on a scale. And I also don't know how they carbon dated it. Much smarter people, that's their job. Fucking figure that shit. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't know. I maybe I know I read up on it and it said it could be parts from, what did it say? Like parts from lost equipment.
That's space junk is what it's called. But
you know, like, I don't know.
It's 15 tons and it's 15,000 years old. We didn't go to the fucking moon until 1969. So it couldn't be that.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's I don't think it's related to aliens.
Then what is it? What do you think it is?
I don't know.
Come on, fucking Mr. Poet. I know what it is. It's a way to make money. It's a way for the government to make money. Now it all makes sense.
Could be. I mean, we're sitting here talking about
it. Yeah, I mean, who knows? That picture could be fake, right? I mean, let's be real here. I didn't take that fucking picture.
Yeah,
that whole picture could be fake.
Who took the picture?
It was fucking Will Smith. Here come the men in black.
I don't know. This one is, I'm not ruling it out as some alien shit. I'm gonna say either space junk or some sort of comet rock that has different fucking
but gravity, like gravitational pull doesn't work that way.
Maybe because the material of the rock is defying why it's just sitting there or why it's been around so long. Like maybe this is
so maybe the material that it's made of is not known to man, and therefore it can be gravitationally pulled in a different direction than what
other than an alien. Let's count the other planets out there that are made of shit that who knows? I don't know.
Like we know gold, diamond, ruby, emerald, stone, magma, things like that. As big as our galaxy is, there's probably other rocks out there that we don't know of, and maybe this is
I would think
a piece of comet that can fucking travel around the world.
I think if it was something that just showed up, we would need to further investigate it. Like if it's something that just appears and it's just sitting there floating, then why are we not like?
It's not floating; it's rotating around the world from north
even that.
to
like,
south.
Why are we not looking more into it? Like, holy shit, what is this?
Just the fear that it would cause the humans on planet Earth. It would destroy everything, man. It would turn everybody's beliefs upside down. That's why there's so much propaganda and cover-ups and everything. And I think that's the sole reason why they're not doing it, while they're not releasing information. But have you noticed, slowly, they're starting to release information, just like with that fucking Tic Tac video. And the Pentagon. I'm like, all right, let's talk about this for a second here. Where I'm going to jump ahead. Like UFO. When you hear the term UFO, you immediately think little green men, flying discs, science fiction. That's why I think they changed the terminology from UFO to UAP. Because if you look at the newspaper and you see UFO, you're like, fucking little green men. UAP stands for unidentified aerial phenomenon. Now, phenomenon doesn't necessarily mean like object. It could be gas. It could be fucking anything, right? But they changed it from UFO to UAP. And I think it's because they want to fucking declassify things. And I think they want to bring it to the public and give disclosure. But they're afraid of how the people would react. So
I don't know. I think I think on this subject, I don't want to give the credit or give the government credit to say they're just trying to cover it up. I think in today's world, fucking don't cover it up. Let that shit out, man. Like if they're harvesting so much secret shit, let it out.
Can you imagine what it would do? The damage it would cause.
I seen what it did, and I'm not being a dick here. When everything started coming out in the 40s and 50s, the Roswells and all that shit, people fucking lost their shit.
Right. What if that was a test? What if they put it out in the newspaper? They were going to do disclosure. They're like, all right, we caught a flying disc. Everybody fucking freaked out, and they're like, whoa, we fucked up. Tomorrow, we're going to put out a newspaper saying that it was a weather balloon. We got to calm the people down. They probably realized the fucking hysteria that it caused. And they're like, we got to keep this shit under wraps, dude. Plus, we always got to have the bigger dick in the world. We also got to be one step ahead of our enemies. If we had this fucking intergalactic fucking technology, we would want to reverse engineer it. And if our fucking enemies caught wind that we had that, do you imagine they would probably send people over here flying and invade our soil to get that information, dude.
So what are they hiding? What is Russia and Germany?
I guarantee they have aircraft as well. I think
why are they hiding it?
For the same exact reason we are, dude.
You know? I don't know. I
you want to keep that when you play poker, let's pretend that the fucking world
they give an inch. Okay, we're gonna release this, then we're gonna release this.
That's what they're doing with fucking disclosure. That's what they're doing. That's why why companies like To the Stars Academy exist. But let me say this real quick. Hold on. When you play poker, you keep your fucking cards to your chest. And you don't tell anybody about your cards, right? When you play fucking chess, you don't tell your fucking opponent your next move. If we had some kind of fucking technology, we're not going to tell everybody about it. We're going to keep it. We're going to reverse engineer it. We're going to weaponize it. We're not going to use it to benefit the world because that's not what America does. That's not what any country does. It's all about the fucking industrial military complex, dude.
We do that
it's not
now.
To better the people. They say, yeah.
And it's called Area 51.
What? No. Well, yeah, at one point it was Area 51, but I think they moved it. Because they denied, and then when everybody caught wind of it, we still have Area 51, but I think we moved all of our technology that we had stored at Area 51 to a different location.
Well, I know several. Well, Area 51 is still an operational hidden secret, but there's also places in Bliss, Fort Bliss, Texas. There's other operations, but Area 51 is the more like the most protected across the board. And I'm not
anymore, because there's several people who work there after the fact that are like, I've been to Area 51 and I haven't seen shit. And I think it's because we moved all of our stuff because
and here's why I say it's the most protected. My lieutenant is married to someone who's in the Air Force. He flies on a C-130. He is like the overseer of the gun. They call it the gunship. He oversees through these binoculars. That's his job. They went under investigation. This happened 2 years ago. Under investigation because they flew over Area 51 due to bad weather. And they were, I think she said they were like 40,000 feet above in the air. Went under investigation, this whole drawn out fucking thing, because they flew over the airspace there.
So they let them fly over it.
They did not let them. They did not let them fly over. They flew over unintentionally.
I don't mean gave them permission. I'm saying they didn't shoot them down. They flew over it, but when they landed at their destination, they were debriefed.
They went under investigation. They were questioned. Why were you in the airspace?
Right.
She said that they were 40,000 feet. It was like it looked like ants.
Right.
But it's still highly protected. I get it. People have been there, but I don't know a single person, and I've been in almost like 15 years. The closest person I know ever to Area 51 is my lieutenant's husband, which flew over it by accident because of bad weather.
for self-preservation because hey, if we go this way, I'm not going to.
And he went under investigation. It's called a 15-6 in the Army. That's what they call an investigation. And it was like, who, what, when, where, why? Why'd you do this? Blah, blah, blah. But
Right.
it's still heavily protected. It is. You can read what people say, but it's like top secret clearances. And it's everybody thinks this whole alien shit out there, but it's what we were saying earlier. This is aircraft that we don't want Russia. We don't want Google. We don't want Facebook. And people who actually live on this base, it's like witness protection shit.
Yes, Bob Lazar, for example, worked there, but he lived in like a different fucking state.
Yeah.
And they would fly him to work every day. And then they would like land him on a fucking base airstrip. Then they put him underground on a fucking golf cart and drive him to work. Like he didn't even know where he worked.
And that's just the United States protecting its own from Russia, Germany.
Right.
Even its own people.
I wish I knew this guy's name. There's a special forces guy. He was a Green Beret. He has his own podcast. I wish I knew him, his name and everything. I'll find out and I'll text it to you. But this dude said that they were testing drones, like fucking big ones. And they were flying them at Area 51. They were testing them out. He went way too high and the wind caught it and just fucking took it and it crashed. But they had a GPS on it. So him and his boy hopped on a golf cart, drove to retrieve it, and they went around the building to go grab it. And the word he used for, I think, self-preservation, he said unconventional aircraft. He's like, I saw 6 unconventional aircraft all lined up, and bam, they got fucking rushed. What the fuck are you doing here? And he's like, whoa, I'm a fucking Green Beret. Like, I thought I was the shit. They're like, no, like, there's motherfuckers higher than you. Get your little fucking toy and get the fuck out of here, you know?
Yeah.
And, what's an unconventional aircraft at the end of the day? Just like the B-52, the bomber, the stealth bomber.
Yeah.
You know, the triangle-shaped aircraft. People saw that for years, said it was a UFO. Decades later, we're like, oh, that's ours. He fucking released it.
Yeah, Chris says, he says something about that. He says, people described seeing the stealth plane for almost a decade before the government admitted they had a plane that looked like it.
Yeah, so I mean, what else do we got? You know, we might have disc-shaped aircraft. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's talk
know.
about Eisenhower for a second. You want to talk about President Eisenhower? One of the fucking I don't want to get political. Never mind. I'll shut the fuck up. But he was a bad motherfucker. He was a bad motherfucker. In fact, he served in World War II. He was Supreme Commander of the Allied Expeditionary Force. He achieved the rare 5-star rank of General of the Army. President Eisenhower. Big hand. Eisenhower was the fucking bomb. Now, during his presidency, I don't know if this is real, but apparently a craft landed near the White House. We met the craft with defense, expecting the same thing. A fucking aircraft landed. We sent our guys out there. We approached it, and we're like, what the fuck? Fucking door opened. One person walked out. This guy was no threat at all. He was like, take me to your leader, but he talked like us. Apparently, this man was Venusian, claiming he was from the planet Venus, and his name is Valiant Thor. And he said that he was sent here because of our use of the atomic bomb. He's like, my people sent me here to tell you, quit fucking using atomic bombs because you're destroying your atmosphere, and it's eventually going to fuck up our atmosphere. Knock it off. Now, in exchange, I will give you intelligence. Now, ever since this incident supposedly happened, color TV was invented, magnetic tape was invented, transistors, transhydraulic cables, and fiber optics. All were invented around the same time that supposedly this interaction with Valiant Thor happened. If you Google Valiant Thor, there is a real person that looks just like us. And this is a man who worked in the White House under Eisenhower, and apparently he's a real fucking guy. And his name's Valiant fucking Thor. Is he from Venus? I don't know. But let's check this out. Let's think for a second. After Eisenhower fucking peaced out, right? Right before he peaced out, he gave his departure speech, and he warned us about the industrial military complex. He warned us about it. And I sent it to you, I think, but I don't know if you want to play it because it's fucking like 9 minutes long.
Oh God.
So we don't have to do that. But let's think for a second who fucking got in office after Eisenhower. JFK. We all know what happened to JFK.
Yeah.
I think Eisenhower, maybe it wasn't a fucking purple guy from Venus, but I think intelligent fucking something happened here with somebody from a planet. We worked with aliens at some point, Eisenhower did. And fucking he passed the knowledge on to JFK. And Eisenhower being like, yo, I know how this shit works. They will fucking kill you. But I'm just letting you know, Mr. Young, handsome guy who's going to take my place. This is what's going on in the world. Do with it what you will. Keep this under your belt so you change America. And JFK was like, fuck that. I'm saying it. I'm fucking telling everybody about aliens. And he got fucking killed. I think that there are more powers to be than the president. If you think about it, the president is a temporary employee. There are people in the Pentagon, in the military, in the White House who's been a part of this fucking company. We're a company for much longer than the president. And it's need to know basis. And I think that the president doesn't need to know a lot. If you're a temporary employee, you're going to be out of here in 8 years at most.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? What's your opinion on that? Do you think that the president is the face? He's the one that comes out on TV and says, hello, my fellow Americans. This is what I'm being told to tell you. Do you think that there's more powers that be behind it?
Going back to, it seems like the whole alien theory and such is geared around the government, i.e. Roswell, the Battle of Los Angeles.
I think they're the ones that know the real answer. So that totally makes
You know what I
sense.
mean? Like it's like it goes back to the government. And can you trust the government? Can you know, like,
I'm thankful they're there.
Is this a plot?
Is this something?
Is this something like something to control us over? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things. It's like all this incidents happen within the 40s, 50s, 60s.
Well, it's happening today. Like I said with the Tic Tac video, the Pentagon released that. Now this video happened in 2015. The Pentagon didn't release it till I think 2020, right around when the fucking pandemic happened. It's like, oh, look over here while we fuck you over there. Stay inside. Don't go anywhere because shit's going on in the sky and we don't want you to see it. Could that be fucking maybe, or is that conspiracy?
I don't know. I think
sounds a little conspiracy theory.
I think
right?
during this time of age, it's more or less politicians and what's feeding agendas. Like, I honestly wish it was more alien related shit. It's more entertaining than what we're dealing with now. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, if that's all we had to worry about was aliens, the world would be a better place.
It's
Think
true,
about
but
it.
it's such a what is
I don't know.
scary is
I
the
just
unknown.
wish.
Like, for example, are you scared to die? Like I am, for the simple fact that I don't know what happens when you die. So like the fear of the unknown.
I
so
think
if they give us a pandemic, a virus that we, they tell us like what we know about, I think is probably better for the people to hear about than an unknown force like aliens, for example. You know what I mean? Like,
right, but also Americans thrive off the unknown.
but what about the rest of the world?
We form religions and cults and theories and make
things that
money
can't be proven, right? You
and
just gotta
put in
believe, right?
right and put so much money into things that are the unknown. Like, look for an example. You got half the people that believe in ghosts, half the people that don't believe in ghosts. And the unknown, companies, people, individuals have profited off the unknown.
Makes sense.
And it goes back to what I said at the beginning of this podcast. It's, you have so much passion to believe in aliens, and I have so much passion and to believe in other things, but there's so much money in it. People can make money. And the
And we can
unknown,
make. Well, why do you
and
think I started this podcast? It's not because I want to hang out with you every Friday. It's
yeah,
because I want to make money.
I just want to make money.
Right. I can't stand talking to you about aliens, especially aliens. No, but anybody can make a buck. That's what pisses me off. Is like, why didn't I fucking invent a blanket with sleeves on it, call it a snuggie? Some 22-year-old asshole sold sleeves on a blanket, called it a snuggie. Now he's a fucking millionaire. We're getting off topic.
Look here, I put on my uniform every day and I paint my face up like a clown because I know that there's a 7-year-old kid that just made $23 million off of YouTube.
Yeah, I know. Ryan, that son of a bitch. I'm coming for you.
You know what I mean? Like, there's money in the unknown. Like, I'm afraid of dying because of the unknown. Yes and no. I'm afraid to die to leave my kids.
Absolutely.
And here's weird, and y'all can take it how you want. I'm kind of excited to see what's in the unknown.
If there is anything,
I'm drawn
I kind of
to
think death is like what it was like before you were born, and that's like the biggest fear is like
like nothing.
Turning off the computer.
And I think that's it, man. I think there's
you don't
nothing.
get to witness I would love to witness my funeral to see who fucking gave a fuck. To watch people cry.
I think you're done. I think. And
you know how many relatives I had that's died, and it's like
done.
I sit and get drunk and talk about them, and it's like I want to be that fucking fly on the wall when my fucking homeboy is like, if I die tomorrow, my homeboy Audie is like, dude, you should have met my friend Darin.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
I would want to hear those stories.
We're gonna, if that's the case, and you can see me, I'm gonna do your funeral like a G.G. Allen funeral.
No.
No, I'm kidding. No. I'm gonna lean down. I'm gonna lean down and be like, I told you they wasn't real, bitch. and I'm gonna put.
It will be the first time you ever see a dead organism throw a punch. I'll be like this.
But no,
Did he just fucking punch me? I'm pretty sure he just punched me. But I'll be like this.
It's definitely a weird conversation. And 70% of me say that's it, man. I think it's lights out, dude. You're done. You're done. And I don't want that. I want to be reincarnated. I want to come back as like a dildo or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's the mindset. Like, if I come back as an animal, I want to come back as like a big ass lion or some shit.
I want to come back as a ghost, straight up. I want to be full control of what I can do.
Like, real talk, man. I think it's it, man. Lights out.
We're getting off subject though.
Let's go on to, because we're at an hour and 38 minutes.
Yeah, we got like 20 minutes left. Let's skip Project Serpo. Project Serpo, I think, is complete bullshit. You think it's complete bullshit. If you're in Project Serpo, Google it yourself. It's basically this fucking project where we exchanged 12 fucking people with another planet Serpo, and they sent us 12 people. We sent them 12 people. They were supposed to be back in like fucking 10 years, but like it's like it fucking took so many years to get there, and the people never came back, and it's a bunch of bullshit. I think it's sci-fi. Project Serpo.
Who come up with that?
Come on! Project Serpo's bullshit. Now, Project Bluebeam. We talk about the industrial military complex. Do you think that Project Bluebeam could be a real thing? I believe that false flag operations happened. I believe that we let Pearl Harbor happen. I think that we had the intelligence to know that 9/11 was going to happen, but we knew we can get into a forever war. Fuck you, Dick Cheney. I think Dick Cheney fucking let that happen. The Cuban Missile Crisis, I think, was a false flag operation to let us fucking get into an altercation with them. I 100% believe in false flag operations. So I think in the future, the next end all be all big fucking false flag operation will be Project Blue. And what that is a hologram in the sky showing an alien invasion. And I think the reason why they would do that is to make all the countries in the world come together to fight against an outside source. I think Ronald Reagan said this in a departure speech, maybe not a departure speech, but he said, "Do you imagine what it would be like if the world had an outside fucking fear, like, you know what I mean, like an enemy, an otherworldly enemy? How we would all forget our differences, religion, color, all that shit. We'd come together and fight against this force, like one of the greatest movies of all time, Independence Day. It would be like that." I think it would be fucking. I think it's plausible. I think it could potentially happen. Maybe they could fucking do that because there have been images put in the sky. Like we've seen videos in China where they mirrored the city in the sky upside down. People were freaking out. There was, I think, like Kenya or some shit where they saw a fucking Virgin Mary in the sky. You know, like they've done these things, and it's dude. They could fucking if they could shoot off fireworks when they blow up and it shows a smiley face. You know what I mean? Like I think they could project UFOs in the sky. I think it could happen. And Project Blue Beam potentially a real thing. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a waste of energy. I think they would do something a little different than that. I really do. I think it would be more a physical type of thing opposed to like a something projected in the sky or something like that.
That makes sense.
I think it would be more
the way planes were flew into buildings. They could do a real attack from our unconventional aircrafts that we have, right? That people haven't seen. They could fly those in the sky with pilots and blow up something or attack something. Be like, oh my god, they're here. Why would it be a projection? Why would it be a hologram?
I don't think that's too much energy. I don't think that would.
So you think that if it were to happen, if they were to fake a extraterrestrial threat, it wouldn't be a hologram, it would be a physical nuts and bolts craft, and they would literally blow some shit up?
I mean, yeah, I mean it's
I'm not being condescending. I'm genuinely curious.
Who's to say they haven't already done it with everything that's happened?
Have you heard of the Philadelphia experiment?
No.
This was, see, man, I can go on for hours. I'll try to wrap this up real quick. The Philadelphia experiment apparently was it was a cloaking device that we had on a ship. We had the technology to cloak our fucking big fucking boat. We did it, and then when it reappeared, there was like people stuck in the fucking wall and shit. Like, they disappeared a boat. They fucking took the matter, turned it into nothing, reappeared it, and everybody's like, stuck in the walls. It fucked them up, killed the whole fucking crew. But so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe this whole thing with aliens in general has been nothing but one big projection.
Okay. You think it's all bullshit? Again, not being condescending.
No. Like, I think with the way the government hides or everything's geared around the government, who's to say it was all a false fucking flag from the beginning, from especially Battle of Los Angeles?
Right.
I don't know.
Man, you know, it could be.
I don't know. Like,
but I just want to know why.
That's
why?
what I'm saying.
Why
that goes back to me wishing maybe aliens. I would say this. I would hope aliens is real because maybe
then it would all make sense, right?
I think the information needs to get better. I think there's too many people that are. If aliens are real, we need to solidify these facts. Like I want to see hard fucking evidence. Like I'm talking, you know what I mean? Like I want to see an interview with a goddamn alien. Like some Mars attacks.
There are
not to the extreme of Mars attacks, but
No, I know, but there are quote unquote interviews with aliens on YouTube, and I think that they're pretty much garbage. I think it's fucking some fancy fucking college kids with what I mean, who are putting these videos out there.
I don't know.
But before I talk about that real quick, god damn it, you said something about like going back to the false flag operation thing.
Yeah.
What if it fucking all the way back to the 40s, man? What if it was started out as a false flag operation because we've had a dollar bill that existed, paper currency existed before the 40s, right? On the back of our dollar bill, it talks about New World Order. It shows a fucking pyramid on it, split in half. You know what I mean? With the fucking peak, and the fucking all-seeing eye, the Illuminati, right? What if they were just subtly dropping hints and they did do this whole alien false flag thing to create the New World Order? What if it is leading up to this outside alien threat? Like maybe they've been planting these little tiny seeds for fucking decades. So they can have a reason to fucking become a one world fucking government.
It could be all part of the plan. How it all from the timeline of the 40s and 50s and 60s, as we evolved, our technology gotten better, then it's like we're gonna do it and release classified information here and there.
Right.
Because we're so advanced, it's so much easier for someone to record an alien on their phone. And that goes back to my theory earlier. If there's so much shit going on, then why isn't more of it out there? Like, we're so quick to pick up a phone and see a guy on the street get his ass beat, opposed to that person helping him.
Right.
The dude's getting his shit kicked in, and this is all you see. Like, I'm gonna go help.
World star.
Yeah. Why can't we do that with these sightings? Like, I just feel like the technology is so much better, but we're not getting good shit. We're getting some asshole in a basement that's editing a fucking space UFO.
Hey, I'm an asshole in a basement. What's that supposed to mean?
Some asshole in a basement telling me the fucking aliens are fucking
going live on the internet like anybody gives a fuck about what he has to say about aliens. He's getting shit at him. Wearing a fucking Scream shirt. Fuck that guy. Send me your money.
I'm the guy that says aliens ain't real, wearing a fucking alien shirt.
Right? You're the biggest contradiction I've ever seen in my life.
I love Aliens. It's such a good movie.
I'm taking that and I'm flipping it. I'm out of context. I love Aliens. Oh, this fucking asshole's been on the internet for 2 hours.
I should be like, I love Sigourney Weaver and Aliens.
Yeah. I'll fucking cut it. So let's we got like fucking 12 minutes, 13 minutes left. Do you want to hit a Muamua or just go straight to our top five?
Let's just go straight into the top five.
All right. Everyone else out there, go do their own Muamua research. I'll touch on it very briefly.
It's a
very
rock.
Briefly. Yeah.
It's a meteor.
Yeah. Well, it's not. I don't think it's one solid rock. I think it's a bunch of rocks. And like the gravitational pull of things going around in orbit forms cigar shapes. You know what I mean? Because that's what they do, and they're straight up uncertain of what it is. Like but it is the first time an object ever entered our solar system from an interstellar space. Like this is the first time in recorded history that we know of something outside of our solar system entering our solar system. So that's pretty fucking awesome. But yeah, typically gravity forms cigar-shaped particles. But what if these advanced? What if it is a spacecraft and the intelligence behind it turned off all their propulsion systems to fool us, and they used the gravitational pull to rotate around the sun to get shot back out into fucking space? I mean, they got fucking. What if they're trying to save fuel? I don't know. That's what satellites do. We put satellites in this, and they use gravitational pull to rotate. What if they did that? But straight up, scientists are uncertain of what it is. They don't know. So therefore, by definition, it is an unidentified flying object. Therefore, UFOs are real.
It's a meteor.
Unidentified flying object. That's a bunch of rocks. But
But I identified it.
fuck off.
If
God
we said
damn
it's
it.
rocks, then we fucking identified it.
Oh, I wish I thought of that. Oh, come on! Stop fucking using your samples at the same time as me, you prick.
I
right,
forgot
so-
which one was which.
So, Amuamua, though, is Hawaiian for scout. I'm going to drop some knowledge on your ways.
Okay.
The definition of scout is a soldier or person sent out ahead of a main
Ahead.
force.
Recon.
What?
A
Thanks for
scout is a
interrupting me.
recon.
Yeah, right. A scout, a soldier or person sent out ahead of a main force to gather information about the enemy's position, strength, or movements. So, man, why would they call it that? They could have called it anything. They could have called it a bunch of fucking rocks. They could have called it whatever they wanted, but they chose to call it a muamua,
Who called
which
it
is
that?
Hawaiian for scout.
Who called it
Which
that?
I don't know, some fucking Hawaiian dude, probably the guy that discovered it.
Okay.
Some fucking dude sipping fucking pineapple fucking daiquiris in Hawaii,
He was
just chilling
like,
with a telescope and his big fucking Hawaiian dick hanging out on the beach. Oumuamua. You know? Thank you to all of our Hawaiian listeners. So, all 0 of you. All right, let's move on. Let's end this fucking episode. Let's get into our favorite fives. Favorite fives. This is the part of the podcast where we basically do our favorite fives, and then we also do top tens. We'll try to keep them briefly. We basically take our favorite 5 things of the topic, which is obviously government making money. I mean, aliens, and we're going to discuss them. So, favorite 5 aliens. How do you want to go about this? Do you want to go? I do my number 5. You do your number 5. I do my 4. You do your 4. Or what do you want to do?
You go with yours first. Knock all yours out.
All right. First of all, honorable mention. Got to do the honorable mention.
Okay.
My honorable mention, favorite alien is the band Mudvayne. They're humans from Peoria, Illinois, but they did play a show one time, and they're like, "We are Mudvayne from Zeta Reticuli."
Oh god.
So technically, they're aliens, are they not? All right. So
Well, I'll have to say Alien Ant Farm is mine.
oh, that makes sense. Just like that. Damn, I didn't even think of that shit.
How dare you?
Smooth criminal. Fucking like Odorous Urungus, the singer of Guar, I was going to totally put in. But all right, let's be serious now.
Okay.
Serious face. Okay. Serious face. My number 5 favorite alien is Alf.
Oh,
Remember the TV
nice.
show?
I forgot all about him. I grew up watching him.
You know what Alf stands for?
Alien life form?
Good job. Holy fucking shit, he got it.
Yeah. It's they paid me to say that.
I love that fucking show.
I just made money off that.
Well, fucking split it, man. Come
Not
on,
kidding.
man. I want that $4. What's your number 5? Your 5th favorite alien. Come on, hurry up. I got to piss, man.
Fuck.
You didn't write them down?
No, not the alien parts.
I hate this fucking guy.
I did the movies.
Okay, well,
I didn't do any.
Do my favorite 5 aliens.
Do your favorite 5 aliens, because I would say a xenomorph, a predator, the guy from. He had a name. It was in Mars Attacks.
Oh, I don't know. Jack Nicholson, the president.
No.
I have no idea. I've never even seen that movie. As big of a Tim Burton fan as I am,
What?
I've never seen Mars Attacks. Nope.
Dude,
I know. Ridicule me. Everybody send me hate mail.
I'm not. No, I'm not. Like it's a.
No, I was telling the listeners to.
Oh.
Is it worth watching?
For one, Tim Burton, you know it's gonna be weird and.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it's aliens,
I love
bro.
this. All right, I'm gonna watch
That's right
it
up
tonight.
your alley. I can't believe you. Anyway, I didn't really do much on the alien ones. The Predator,
How dare
Xenomorph,
you.
you know.
See, you don't even need to say it.
How dare you?
I love that. I love her too.
What is that from?
That's the girl that was like, "You destroyed my dreams." I
Oh,
cannot
the little
go to
fucking Swedish chick. The little
Greta
Swedish girl.
Thunberg.
Yeah. She don't
She was
pay us. We're not
scripted.
saying her name. All right. So my fourth favorite alien of all time. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, dude.
I'm telling you.
You just reminded me of one.
What?
Remember that old show, Mork and Mindy, played by Robin Williams?
Nanu.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's a good
He
one.
wasn't my favorite, but I like watching him.
Number 3 on the list. Favorite alien. Third favorite alien. Lord Zed. You know who that is?
Is that Power Rangers?
Yeah, the fucking
Yeah.
guy with the big Z and the fucking
Yeah.
like Jason X looking mask, and he was made
Yeah.
of meat. But he fucking talked like a little girl, but he was like all buff and shit.
Yeah.
Second favorite alien of all time,
Come here.
Paul.
This is
Oh no, not Brittany.
This is my favorite alien.
Hello, love.
What you coming in?
It's a good looking alien, man. That's awesome.
Show off your boxers.
Yeah, I'd probe her.
That worked out really good. That was
Right?
So
Keep going.
my second favorite alien is Paul. You seen that movie?
Yeah.
It's a good one. Get your motherfucking hands off my motherfucking space junk.
Yeah. Brent said Paul was the shit.
Brinko Peckus watching?
Yeah.
Oh, what up, dude? Man, all right. So my number one favorite alien of all time. Can you guess what it is? Come on, man. This is fucking easy. You
Predator.
know me.
Fucking Predator.
No. The Yautja, which is the technical term for the predator. The movie is called The Predator because he's technically a hunter from another fucking, he's an intergalactic assassin, but their actual species is called the Yautja. So the more you know. All right, let's get into top 10 alien films.
Well, I only did 5.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Who needs a sample board when you got me as a co-host?
You destroy my dreams. Fuck.
Who braided your hair, you busy cunt? All right.
Who scripted this?
Right. All right. So, what's your top fucking 5?
So, my number 5 is gonna go. I'm gonna go with Signs.
Damn, that's
Mel
a good
Gibson.
one. That's made by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
I don't know who it was made by.
No, it's M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah. Mel Gibson. I actually
Joaquin
sat down
Phoenix.
not too long ago when I had COVID and my family was quarantined. We watched Signs. Awesome movie.
It's not a horror movie, but that revealing moment when they're showing news footage of the alien that walks out.
Dude, chills.
It was
Instant
terrifying.
Chills. Yeah.
It was scary.
No, it gave me
Shock
chills.
value. Bam.
Yeah.
Good.
And
That's a good one.
And the storyline with the guy, and his wife getting killed, spoiler alert. And they tied it all together, man. It just fucking
It's a good movie.
Great.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
One of the better M. Night Shyamalan movies.
Shyamalan. But that's my number 5. What's your number 5?
I got 10.
Oh God.
Mine's not in any particular order, so I'll do 10. The movie Life. It has Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal in it. I don't know, but it's really fucking awesome. You should check it out. It's called Life.
What movie is it?
Life. It's called Life. What's up, Britt?
It's called Life?
It's called Life. Yeah, L-A-F-E. It's got Ryan Reynolds, Jake Gyllenhaal. They're on a fucking spaceship. They fucking interact with fucking Life. It's a really good
Am I getting it confused? What's that one movie with oh shit.
That guy with the arm. Yeah, he was wearing those shoes and shit.
No, it's Interstellar is the one I'm getting confused with.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
It's not really an
Um,
alien movie, is it? It's more like a space movie.
But yeah, that'd probably be my number 10, I guess. Let me do a couple more. The Watch. Have you seen The Watch?
Mm-mm.
It's a comedy. It's got like Ben Stiller and shit. It's like the aliens come down and like take over a grocery store. Fucking hilarious.
No, never seen that.
So an obvious answer is Paul, Seth Rogen. That's a really good one. I'm
That's
gonna
a good one.
say Men in Black. It's fucking
Oh, yeah.
amazing. Will Smith. And we'll get Predator out of the way. I'll say Predator. Predator is a fucking fantastic alien movie about an intergalactic assassin that keeps trophies. So what's your number 4?
So number 5 was Signs. I'm gonna go. My number 4 is Mars Attacks, the one you haven't seen.
I still need. I gotta watch that.
It's a really good movie. Like the effects in it. It's Tim Burton.
Yeah, I definitely have to watch it.
And
Jack
it's
Nicholson's the
it's
president,
A-list.
right?
It's got Jack Nicholson, Jim Brown, like a slew of A-list actors.
I can't believe I haven't watched it. Shame on
It's really
me,
good.
Tim Burton fan. I got Tim Burton fucking tattoos, and I haven't seen Mars Attack. What the fuck is wrong? So my number 5 would be The Fourth Kind. Have you seen that?
The what? The fourth kind?
Kind.
Mm-mm.
Because there's Close Encounters of the First Kind, Second Kind, Third Kind, Fourth Kind, and Fifth Kind. The fifth kind was just recently invented by Dr. Greer, I believe, where he believes that like Close Encounters of the First Kind is like seeing it. The second one is like fucking, I don't know. The third one's like definitely interacting. The fourth kind is being abducted, and the Close Encounter of the fifth kind, where you can telepathically communicate with. And Dr. Greer fucking takes people out to the desert, like go fucking meditate, like, see, there's an alien in the sky. But the movie The Fourth Kind is a horror movie. You need to watch it. It's like a found footage film, and it's fucking terrifying. Fuck this bitch that consistently gets abducted by aliens, and it is fucked up. You need to watch it.
Species is an honorable mention.
All right. Since you say that, I'm gonna say Species is my number 3. Natasha Henstridge.
Yeah, she should have been in The Baddest Bitches on our last one.
Yeah, that one got away from us. We totally
slipped right through the crack.
That has some of the best kills I've ever seen in a horror movie, and like for some reason, it just goes under the radar. So much so, even you and I forgot about it.
Yeah, we forgot about it.
Oh, such a good. I love all 3 of them. I think there's like 4 or 5.
Yeah, there's definitely. Yeah, I think there's like 4.
But the first 3 are fucking so good. All right. What's next? We
My
got
number 3.
Yeah, what's your number 3?
Fire in the Sky.
Ah, the Travis Walton story.
Yeah.
We were going to talk about him a little bit. That guy has been telling the same story for fun.
Yeah, he has been consistent.
And his homies were too until recently. Until recently, his homies in the truck say, it's all bullshit. They were all lumberjacks coming home from work, saw lights in the sky, pulled over. Travis hops out of the bed of the truck, investigates it, disappears for 10 days. He shows up 10 days later, naked, covered in beard, 10-day beard, next to a phone booth. Conveniently, calls his mother. They pick him up, telling the same story. One thing that he does say that's super funny is he says the spaceship was bigger than a Walmart. That's how Southern he is. Instead of being like, it was about 50 goddamn yards, he's like, I'll tell you what, buddy, it was bigger than a Walmart.
It stood 6 stories in about 2 Walmart parking lots.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, what Travis Walton has made money off this. They've done books. They've done a movie. He does conventions. So it's like,
he made money. He made money.
But see, but his homies didn't. So maybe that's why
they jumped ship.
Yeah, they stuck with it, thinking, all right, my time's coming. I'm going to get a book deal. Nope. They're like, you know what? That guy was full of shit the whole fucking time. Maybe they did see a light in the sky. investigated. It wasn't
They probably
shit.
drunk.
Then on the way home, they're like, "Yo, let's tell everybody it was a big old goddamn
Let's make a
spaceship, and
movie."
Travis over here disappeared for 10 goddamn days. He's fucking that other girl. We're gonna drop him off at a hotel. He's gonna stay with the girl for 10 days. He's gonna lie to his wife. We're gonna tell everybody it was aliens. We're all gonna get a good big old goddamn paycheck." You know what I'm saying?
Regardless, it was definitely a good movie. It had a good storyline.
I haven't seen it, but I heard that the one scene is absolutely terrifying. When he's in the spaceship.
It's definitely out there. Oof. If that's how aliens really are, if aliens are really like that in that movie, I don't want no part of that shit. Go ahead and just kill my ass.
Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So what am I? Am I number 3?
Yeah.
Brightburn.
Nice.
You seen that one?
Yeah.
What if Superman was fucking
that
a dickhead?
That movie was
Right?
out there, man.
The kills were great too. It's a horror movie about basically what if Superman was a dick.
Yeah.
And he come down and just killed a bunch of motherfuckers. What's your number 3?
My number 3. Oh, let's see. So I said Fire in the Sky was my what'd I say? Signs was my number 5. Mars Attacks was my number 4. Fire in the Sky was my number 3.
Oh, what's your number 2? I'm sorry.
My number 2 is They Live.
And I haven't seen it. That's Roddy Piper. Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Yeah. Him,
the
Keith
guy
David.
who was came to kick ass and chew gum and he's all out of gum, that guy?
Yeah. Obey. Yeah. Such a good movie, man. It highlights, like, I don't know. It warms my heart because it was one of those movies back in the day that was just so good. And I honestly feel I feel like it didn't get the recognition it deserved. But that's just me. I say that about a lot of good movies. That,
for sure.
You know, like The Thing. That's an alien movie too.
Oh, I'm surprised it's not on your list. I might be.
Forgot about that one.
Oh, you totally didn't make the list.
But no, when I watch The Thing though, it's like more horror. I don't think alien. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why I missed it. That's my number 2.
My number 2 is The Faculty.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one too. Shit.
Such a
good
good
about
one.
that one.
Doesn't T-1000 is the football coach? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Is it Robert Patrick?
She likes it my
way.
Robert
Patrick.
Yeah. T-1000. He's the football coach.
Yeah.
Fucking Frodo Baggins from Lord of the Rings is the hero. There's a bunch of badass.
Yeah, there's a lot of good actors in there.
Faculty is a great underrated 90s.
Absolutely. It didn't get the recognition it deserved.
It's a gem is a fucking overused term, but that's totally a 90s gem that just went under the radar. In fact, think about this. There was it was so good, the soundtrack had a band called Class of 99. The movie came out in 1999. But Class of 99 was a super group of like some of the best musicians of the 90s that told the media, we will never ever come together as a band. It's not gonna fucking happen. Like I think the dude from Pearl Jam, the dude from Alice in Chains, and like they came together for this fucking soundtrack and they fucking made a song and it's just like so under the radar. Like nobody even knows about the band called the Class of 99. Which is like it's so weird. So weird. But all right, what's your number 2?
My number 2. Well, that must be my number 1. My number 2 was
God damn it, I suck.
Yeah, I have to keep going through the list. He's like number 2. I was like, wait a minute, I just said my number 2.
Oh, I just said number 2.
My number 1. Can you take a guess?
I would say Aliens.
It's Aliens.
So fucking odd. God damn, you suck. It's
Dude,
obvious as shit.
That movie, I'm wearing it. That movie, not Alien, not Alien 3, Alien 2 gave you everything.
Are you saying Aliens, plural, part 2? That's your favorite? Or
hey, you know what? EA brought up a good comment.
But that is.
Halloween 3 is an alien movie.
Is it?
Yeah. Why's my camera like not focusing?
Why is Halloween 3 an alien?
Because it's
You might as well spoil it for me because I'm never going to watch that piece of shit. Touch your screen. Are you using your phone?
No,
Oh,
my camera's like fading in and out. It's basically, how can I put it? Dub it
I
down.
don't care. I hate that movie. I don't want to.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck you.
I tried and tried and tried.
What's your number one, fucker? Yeah, I've tried to convince you too, but
all right. Since I guessed yours, see if you can guess mine. What's my number one favorite alien movie of all time?
Predator.
No, Predator. I already fucking said Predator. I'm not
There's
as
like
predictable as you.
the Predator movies is like the fucking Fast and the Furious.
No, it's not.
There's like fucking 6 of them.
You know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm fucking done.
I don't know, what is it? I don't.
Independence Day.
Oh shit.
That movie, I was a kid when it came out. Mommy and Daddy bought it for me on VHS, and I wore that bitch out. I watched it over and over and over again, front to back, man.
Yeah.
When he
that's
fucking
good.
crashes that fucking spacecraft, opens it up, and this fucking dreadlock alien, he's like, welcome to Earth. Punches him in his fucking 7 head. And I remember when he's like fucking dragging him in his parachute. Oh, dude, I sent you the clip. Play it. Please play it. Can you play it?
Yeah, give me a second.
I want to ask you, my homeboy Brent, if he's still watching. He's 82nd Airborne, paratrooper. The average lifespan of a paratrooper is 13 seconds. But we have crimes of war. What is it called? War crimes, right? You're not allowed to shoot a paratrooper in the air, but I'm sure people do it, you know?
Yeah,
But so like the average lifespan of a paratrooper is 13 seconds. But due to, war crimes, they're not allowed to shoot them. So over the years, they exponentially fucking, expanded their lifespan. But
right.
I've heard that when you drop out of your plane and you're about to hit the ground, you go loose. You don't embrace impact. You go completely limp and you just, bam, you fucking take it. Now, if you're jumping out of an airplane for fun and you paid the guy fucking so many $100s to do it on your birthday, you have a fucking parachute that you can guide yourself and you can gently glide and land on the ground. Paratroopers don't. They just fucking take it. Boom! Hit the fucking ground. And if you embrace impact, you'll break bones. So watch this fucking guy hit the fucking ground. And this is like real. Like, this is how they fucking take it. Hold on. I also want to tell you a funny story about a paratrooper who weighed about 90 fucking pounds. And he hit a pocket of hot air. And this pocket of hot air got trapped under his parachute. And he just got stuck in the air. He's like, hey, let me down. I can't fucking go anywhere. His little legs. Everybody's laughing at him. It was during training. This wasn't a fucking real operation. Yeah. But I've heard stories of paratroopers from 82nd Airborne Division. It's just funny. But this, to me, the clip that you're about to show right now is the most epic showdown of all time in alien cinema, even more so than the Queen Xenomorph and fucking Ellen Ripley. This is my favorite of all time. Go ahead and show it.
See if you can fly that thing under cover. Hope you got an airbag.
Watch this dude hit the ground. I want to know if this is a stunt double or a mannequin or what. But
no, it's definitely a stunt.
Like, this is how they fucking embrace impact. Like, they don't fucking tense up. This is like real shit.
No, he came in too hot, man. It's not quite that bad.
Okay. I love this shit.
Bitch. That's right! That's right! Get up! Get up!
Another thing I want to comment on, see how easily that parachute was ripped off and you can hear the Velcro?
Who's the man? Huh? Who's the
Well,
man? Wait till I get another plane.
Pause it.
It was really little.
I know, but like when he ripped it off, like you could hear the sound of Velcro. I
Yeah.
bet in real life there's like clamps that you have to fucking,
Yeah, it's
seat
not
clamps
Velcro.
and shit. But he just like ripped it off. It's Velcro, like in the movie, obviously, because we don't want to watch the guy for fucking 2.5 minutes that they were unclamped.
Fight his shit. Yeah.
Right. So all right, let's
You
go.
know,
But
right beside you. Where you at, huh? Huh? Where you at?
One punch.
Welcome to Earth.
that was so scary though. That jump here with as a kid. Pulls out a cigar.
That's what I call a close encounter.
Zing!
Yeah. This was supposed to be my weekend off.
Supposed to be at a barbecue.
But no. You got me out here dragging your heavy ass through the burning desert with your dreadlocks sticking out the back of my parachute. You gotta come down here with an attitude, acting all big and bad. And what the hell is that smell?
He's kicking a fucking dead body.
I could have been at a barbecue.
All right, we can cut it if you want, but that's like the fucking best ever.
That's
I just
funny.
love that scene. It was absolutely hilarious.
It's a good movie.
So, oh yeah, you already said you're number one. So I
Yeah.
think we're done, man. That's our fucking Alien episode. If everybody liked it, sorry it went over 2 hours. We're trying to
It's
keep
alright.
these down to 90 minutes, but fucking man, it's just.
It's hard, man.
It's hard.
Like,
And I
you just
also
go
want to
in.
apologize to the listeners for me yelling earlier. I was starting to get pissed off, and I started to realize, wait a minute, I'm talking to my friend here. I need to chill the fuck out.
it's okay. It's not a big deal. Let me see if I can I want to share something real quick.
All right.
Never mind. Fuck it. People will
What
see
was
it. I'll
it?
share it. The new logo. I was gonna say that eventually these are gonna be on stickers and
Oh,
shirts and
stickers,
shit.
t-shirts. Yeah, we got
Yeah.
merch coming.
Yeah, I'll
Please
fucking shit.
man, like we don't got a Patreon set up, but if anybody wants to donate money to our podcast, just reach out to one of us and you can PayPal it, Cash App
Yeah,
it,
it's
whatever.
definitely there's more to this program that I want to do.
Yeah, and it's just gonna make our podcast better. We're not taking
Yeah.
your money and buying autographs for pop figures. We're gonna take it and put it back into the podcast just to make our podcast better for
Yeah,
you
or-
guys, like, so it's more entertaining.
Or for the
Like that.
2 people that are watching, because we were up to 8 earlier, share
Oh,
this
shit.
shit. Share it.
Yeah, we
If
need to start telling
anything,
people to share it. Man. Put it
Share
on
the
your
fuck out of
Facebook
this.
page. Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
it's definitely. I would much rather just have a bunch of shares than fucking $4 sometimes. You know what I mean? Like,
For sure. Yeah.
because the
absolutely.
shares would bring more people to support it. I get it, but
Right.
yeah, it was a good episode. I liked rallying you up. At the end of the day, I'm sticking true to what I believe in, and
You
obviously,
don't believe in aliens.
yeah, you don't make money if you don't believe in them. I'm gonna put that on a shirt.
You know what's funny?
I'm gonna put an alien head that says,
Check
"You won't
this
make
out.
money if you don't believe in
You-
aliens."
In my opinion, you're one of the most humble guys I've ever met. You don't have a fucking ego. You let everything roll off your back. If someone talks shit about you, it doesn't bother you, or at least, it might, but from the energy you put out in the world, you're like, I don't fucking care. You're super fucking humble, genuine, nice fucking guy, right? For real.
I thank
This
you.
is real talk. But
Okay.
how arrogant is it of you to think that our species is the only ones in existence when there is so much out there in the universe that we don't know about? That makes you went from the most humble person to the most arrogant. You're a dick for not believing in aliens. Bottom line, that's it. I'm gonna go
I'll
out there and
accept
say
it.
it.
I'll accept it.
He's like, I don't fucking care. See, again, it just rolls off his back. Don't even fucking care, Mr. fucking humble pants. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I love you, brother.
I love
There's
you, man.
no
It's
one
been
else on the
fun.
planet I'd rather do a podcast with.
Fuck yeah, man. I don't know what the next subject or topic is going to be. It's obviously we'll share it.
Yeah.
I would like for people to get on the AMP page and start commenting on what subjects they would like for us to cover, or anything, any type of idea. Because if you give us an idea, it's going to spark something, and we're going to take it and run with it.
Yeah, and we can always do, a couple subjects at a time.
Yeah.
Something we don't know that much about.
I know
We
for
can pick-
sure. There's going to be guests. We're going to have guests.
In the future, absolutely, 100%.
Um,
We got plenty of people lined up for that.
So
We're just trying to build the traction first. We don't want to waste.
yeah,
We don't want to have a big guest on when there's only 8 people watching, for example.
Yeah.
But we do appreciate all 8 of you.
yeah, it was
I know
great.
there's more than that, but yeah, we're getting through birth pains, man. We're just figuring this out. This is what, our 4th episode, 5th
Yeah.
episode, right? But I say we should get out of here, man. We don't
Yeah,
want to
man.
be too long.
Yep. That's all I got, man.
I love you, brother.
Love you,
I
man.
love all you listeners. Thank you so much. Why don't you hit that outro button and let's fucking call it a goddamn
I'm
night.
out.
Don't blame us, baby.
Yeah. Till
Aliens
next
are real.
Friday.
Don't blame us.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to our little Passion Project podcast. Remember, we go live every single Friday night, same damn time, same damn channel. So if you miss it, don't blame us.